I've always worn R.M.Williams gear. I grew up in the country, and it goes foot in boot, as it were. I saw a little ad for a sub-editor in a newspaper here in Sydney after I'd been doing some other stuff, and thought, oh crikey, Outback magazine. And so I went for the job and got it, and 13 years later I'm here. I hadn't had a job for more than 2 years in my life before this one, but this is the one I intend to stay in until they carry me out in a box. I love the Australian landscape and the Australian light. Certainly believe that we're very much influenced by the sky above our head and the ground beneath our feet. To be able to have a magazine that lets those stories come through and then share them with the readership is something that I find immensely rewarding and something that I find very enjoyable. We work with IPMG on our magazines, on our catalogues, in pre-press, in post-production as well. They're constantly looking around the world for the way things are being done. They're travelling the world constantly to bring back to us, as their partners, something that is going to be at a very high level of operation. If I'm told by my colleagues at IPMG that this is something interesting, or this is something good, or this is the best way to do it, or that may not work, then they've done the research and they have the credibility and the background to be able to bring that to fruition. I think it's lovely to work with businesses that have history. R.M.Williams certainly has a great deal of history. IPMG certainly has a great deal of history. And to know that you have partners who are in it for the long term, who are there looking after their people, their suppliers, their staff, and indeed the people with whom they have business relationships, I think adds to a sense of solidity, stability, but also gives you a base from which to expand and experiment, to play. And there's certainly a sense of playfulness about what we can do. It's about quality, it's about authenticity, it's about knowing that it's not necessarily about doing things cheaply, it's about doing things well. If you want to work in that sort of a space, then I think you're beholden to actually do as well as you can. We want the best, and we certainly feel that we're getting the best with Offset Alpine and IPMG.